What's burning? What's burning? What's burning with KB?
It's time for What's Burnin' with Kevin KB Burns, presented by Bill Lacasse and SRG Financial Advisors. But first, please join us as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem. And now your host, Kevin KB Burns.
Hey, welcome into What's Burnin' right here on Lake TV. And I've been instructed by the powers that be. They tell me that this is the 52nd episode. So we've made it a year, and they said it couldn't be done. Well, we proved them wrong yet again, and we've got another great show. Of course, I want to thank all of my great sponsors. SRG Financial Advisors, our title sponsor with What's Burnin'. Budget Blinds, great folks. Ozarks Barge and Dock, couldn't do it without you. Our veterinary at the lake, it's been a fun ride with those folks. And the official bottled water of What's Burnin'. It is from Culligan, Lake of the Ozarks, 573-346-5221. It's been a year. We've seen a lot of cool people. We've had a lot of fun experiences, and we're going to keep doing it for as long as they'll let me out of the home. Right back here, we've got a great show for you coming up today, including Mike Koenigsman with the Lake West Chamber. Chris Schneider and I will have a little back and forth about how you need to watch what's going on and get prepared. We also have gentlemen running for State Senate in Missouri's 6th District. That is Scott Rydell. Plus, it is not What's Burnin' without a trip to Ozarks Cat and Canine to see another one of our great furry friends. Hey, thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the responses. Thanks for all the input. And thanks for watching What's Burnin' right here on Lake TV.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
It was a Saturday. Chris was a good dad. His water practices, not so much. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
You realize these have filters?
Chris, pour it out.
It's not going fast enough. Just done with that.
When your water's right, so is your world. I wrote that!
Hey, welcome back to What's Burning right here on Lake TV. KB alongside of Scott Rydell. Scott is running for the state representative spot representing the 6th District here in the state of Missouri. How are you doing, Scott? Good to see you again.
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
KB.
So you kind of had a little wrench thrown in the works as far as all of this redistricting.
That's right.
And let's talk first a little bit about that. You were essentially running against one person, and now you're running against someone completely and totally different.
Exactly.
And let's explain that to the viewers so they understand when it's time to go out and vote what's going on there.
Okay, what happened is in the 3rd week of March, we were totally cut out of the 16th district, which I was at that time running against Senator Justin Brown. And so what happened was I was going to go ahead and bail out. And I had a lot of people say, oh no, now that we're in the 6th district, which now covers Camden, Cole, Miller, Morgan, and Montauk, well, what we want you to do is run against Senator Bernstetter because his record is not much better.
I see.
And so that I thought about it. My family said, you know, go for it. You've been running all this time, keep doing it. And so I prayed about it, and then the Lord told me, I didn't say you could quit, so I decided at that time, hey, you know, well, since I can't quit, I might as well go ahead and go all for it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going all 110% all out against Senator Bernstetter.
And I said representative, it's actually for Senate, state Senate seat in District 6, which again now is something that, you know, it's changed up a little bit in terms of who you're running against, but I think you've never strayed away from the foundation that you're working off of, your platform, if you will.
That's right.
And from discussions that you and I have had in the past, your platform is based on 3 pretty easy things to follow: faith, family, and freedom.
That's right. That's right.
Let's talk a little bit about your background, Scott, so folks can get to know you here.
Okay, I served 31 years in the Army, and I did 2 combat tours in Iraq. I was with a cavalry unit and with an infantry unit. And I learned real fast, being in those units, that we did not run for the battle. We ran to the battle, and we took care of business. And that's how I rolled.
Well, that's a good way to look at things, and as a politician or someone getting involved in politics, and this is your first go-around there, right?
This is my first go-around in politics, and everybody always says, well, this is your first go-around. But it's not. It's really my second go-around. Because once you make major, it's all politics in the Army, and this is just a different paradigm.
Well, as I said, you know, doing this, you have a pretty good idea of the direction that you'd like to take your campaign. So let's talk about some of the things that you would like to do if elected by the voters in District 6.
Well, with the voters' help, what we'd like to address is lower taxes, protect children, and also protect freedom. So on lowering taxes, there are 2 issues. I can go into detail. I know our time is limited, but I'd like to go ahead and repeal the gas tax. And I'd also like to go ahead and eliminate the personal property tax. On protecting children, there are 4 things on protecting children. The first thing is we want to eliminate men from playing girls' sports and being allowed in their locker rooms. We also want to get rid of or eliminate critical race theory being taught in our schools. That's the grammar, middle school, high school, and also public universities and colleges. That's going on too. Also, what we want to do is we want to go and focus on getting the government, they have just recently passed this bill, for the government to have control of our school curriculum. And what that means, folks, is that you, the parents, no longer have any say in what your children's curriculum will be.
Right.
So they've taken that out altogether. And then the fourth thing that I like to do is just address also the unborn. I'm real big on protecting the life of the unborn from fertility. So that's protecting children. I'm protecting freedom. I'm very huge on the Second Amendment. I think that we should have the right to bear arms, to protect our family, our community, and also the rest of our state. But I think we have that right, and I don't think we should take that Second Amendment from the people. By having that right, we have our freedom. And there's two freedoms I'd like to focus on real fast. First freedom is worship. During COVID in 2020, we were shut down. Now, the Walmarts were open, the Home Depot and Lowe's were open, and then we found out later the liquor stores were open. But we were not allowed to worship freely. We had to stay home. So we were allowed to get our food. We were allowed to go and get our house repaired, and we were also allowed to get our spirits, but we weren't allowed to get any Jesus or any God. So we have other people that don't only worship at a church, they worship at synagogue, and they also worship at their mosque. And I think all of us should have the right to worship freely. And then the other thing that I think we need to address is the fact that we have mandates going on. I think we need medical freedom of choice. I don't think we should have to wear a mask. I don't think we should have to have a vaccine. I think it should be a choice, and we don't have that in place.
Well, certainly a lot has transpired in the last couple of weeks. You touched on the Second Amendment, and we know now that the Second Amendment, which has been in the sights of our government for some time now, is once again coming under fire, no pun intended there. But
right.
it certainly is something that most people would like to see done away with at some point. You look at this from the standpoint of you can legislate and legislate and legislate, and you're not going to legislate a problem like shootings away. It's just not going to happen.
No.
You can put things in place to try and make certain age requirements, ban certain types of stocks, ban certain types of firearms, but is it going to slow the criminal down? So my thinking in all of this would be, maybe you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. You're empowering criminals while taking the rights of law-abiding citizens away.
That's exactly what's happening. So you take our weapons away, so who is being punished? Is it the criminal? No. No, it's the law-abiding citizen. So we're not allowed to take care of our families. We're not allowed to protect ourselves. We're not allowed to protect our neighbors. But the criminal will always have the weapon. So who's really going to be punished in all this? The innocent. The innocent are going to be punished, and we can't protect them. And so I'm against that.
Education is also something that a lot of people have been concerned about for quite some time. We'd like to see the education process more on the state level than being handed various mandates and the like from the federal government. And I think here in recent weeks, recent months, we pretty much understand that the federal government is not at all shy about telling us that parents don't belong in the education process.
That's exactly right. And that's why they're really trying to push down our throats critical race theory. And so it's an ideology. And if you notice, it said theory. It is not a fact. Our children should be being taught reading, writing, and arithmetic. They can't read. They can't write. I've seen seniors that can't write. I know that from Boy Scouts, being in Boy Scouts, and looking over their material to make Eagle Scout. And they can't even write. And I'm like, oh my goodness, and you want to go to college. And then we have them that they can't go and they can't count, they can't do arithmetic. I had a young lady about 8 months ago, I was in Home Depot, and I paid cash for my product, and she had to give me 63 cents back. And she had a meltdown. And they had to call the manager to go and help her out. And I told her, all I need are 2 quarters, a dime, and 3 pennies, please. And she got mad at me, and she said, why don't you pay by credit? So that's what's going on, and so we're being taught ideology. We're not being taught the basics of education.
it seems like education has become less about the education and more about the social aspect of life. And we say it all the time, indoctrination versus education. And so a lot of people, much like yourself, are concerned about the direction that things are going. Let me just ask you, do you feel sometimes like maybe people look at you as being a little too old school, that you need to have more of an open mind, more open approach to what's going on in society these days?
Honestly, I've had the opposite. I've not had that at all. I've gone to probably about 1,000 homes, door to door, and when they find out I'm a conservative Republican, they're like, oh, thank goodness. So I've not had that old school at all. And a matter of fact, I'm pretty open to everybody. In the military, you have all ethnicities, you have all races, you have all kinds of people from different backgrounds. And what we do is we get them all together and we tell them, okay, you're a soldier. And we're all a team, and we're going to get this job done, and we're going to do this mission. And we all work together. I'm used to working with all types of people, all kinds of colors, all kinds of whatever you call yourself. I'm used to working with you and then going and attacking that mission and taking that out. So no, old school, maybe I have some old-fashioned ways, but I have no problem relating with people.
What do you feel might be one of the biggest hurdles of running in this particular Senate race for District 6 in the state of Missouri?
In this particular race, I think the big issue is the name. Senator Bernskoetter is our senator, and he's a fifth-generation Jeff City man. I am not. I'm from Camden County. I'm a Lake man. I'm a resident of Camden County. But what I've got going for me is, as you already know, with my military background. But he's been a senator, and before that, he was a state house representative. So he's been in the, I guess you could say, the bullpit for 12 years. I have not. So just getting the name out is the hardest, I think the hardest thing. So we're out, I've got over 200 volunteers, and we're out everywhere. I have team leaders in every county except for one. So we have 5 counties and we have 4 team leaders, and they are very busy, and they're all volunteers. No one's paid. We're all doing this, but we know what's at stake. So the hardest hurdle is getting my name out, and he already has his name. He doesn't have to go and tell anybody who he is.
Right. What about things like, well, I don't know. I mean, if you want to kind of frame it to discuss it here, we hear all the time about politicians that talk about being exclusive, and they're going to be there for you when you need them. If you call their office, if you send them an email, how do we make sure that when Scott Rydell, if elected, goes to Jefferson City, he doesn't lose touch with his constituents?
Well, I have a plan, and it works. I think it's going to work pretty good. I found out the legislators are off on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if they're not filibustering or working on a bill or something like that, I'm going out and I'm going to do town hall meetings in every county each Friday. So I'll take my chief of staff or I'll take my secretary, and we're going to go out and we're going to have press releases, and we'll make announcements, and I'll use my team leaders in those areas and my volunteers to get the word out, and we'll be at some area. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you where your bills are. It's not my bill, it's your bill. And I'm going to say it's in this committee, it's going to be voted soon on the Senate floor, what have you, or I'm going to tell you it's stuck in this committee. I've been to this guy 3 times, and he refuses to release it. He intends on killing it. So this is his phone number, this is his email, and this is his office number. I need you to put heat on him and get that bill through. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you, I'm going to say, do you have any questions? And we'll answer your questions. If I don't know your answer to that question, we'll take note of it, and we will call you back within that week. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to do what no one does. I'm going to ask you, how can I help you? And so no one ever does that. And then we're going to take down what your needs are, and we're going to pursue that. My team's going to pursue it. I'm going to pursue it. And I know we'll be busy. I understand that. But you are what I'm all about. I want to be your voice. I want to be your representative. I mean, that's what we're supposed to have, right? So that's what I want.
Representation, absolutely. Scott Rydell, he is running for the the Senate seat of the 6th District for the state of Missouri. Scott, great to have you here.
Thank you so
sir.
much, KB.
And good luck to you.
All right, thank
Stick
you.
around, folks. We've got more coming up right here on What's Burning on Lake TV.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Join Lake TV for a cup of coffee with Will and Chris, the Lake area's only local TV talk show focused on the Lake area. Local stories, local sports, and local events. Have a cup of coffee with Will and Chris weekdays at 8, 1, and 8 on Lake TV. Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
Hey, we've got a lot going on here in and around the area, and it's always fun to talk about local events, but some things that are going on the national level are worth paying attention to as well. So as always, we turn to the man in the know, this guy right over here. Uncle Chris Schneider. Chris and I, we're a couple of old radio guys,
Yep.
And so we like to sit down and take a look at what's going on and maybe some things that people need to realize and understand. How you been, man?
I'm good. How about you?
Good.
It's always good to see you.
Everything is rolling along right here. So here in recent days on Tuesday, the Department of Homeland Security had extended something that they had put out, I believe in February of this year. And this is this heightened threat environment where they're talking about certain groups that, based on what it is they're involved with, could be targeted by what we're starting to hear a lot more about, and that's domestic terrorists. And the groups that are targeting them, or could possibly target them, are groups that have a certain ideology about life. And I know you and I were talking earlier, one of the Supreme Court justices was recently targeted by someone that showed up at their home with a firearm.
Somebody was arrested very early Wednesday morning, overnight, Wednesday morning near Judge Kavanaugh's house. some guy in his 20s with a gun and a knife who had made threats against Judge Kavanaugh and was apparently going to do some damage. They arrested him a block or two away from Kavanaugh's house. So, I mean, it's a pretty scary time. You've seen, with the Roe versus Wade thing being talked about a lot lately, and there have been actual protests outside the judges' houses that have almost been encouraged by some in the government. Which it's a pretty scary time. I mean, if you're a justice right now, I'm guessing you're probably feeling a little heat.
Yeah, you probably don't have a normal routine by any stretch of the imagination, which, as a Supreme Court justice, you're always kind of looking over your shoulder anyway. The reason I bring this up is because after I watched this the other night on one of the news channels, then the media jumps right in, and a gentleman that was reporting on the story had said, well, we could go back to seeing things similar to what happened during the summer of 2020 when all hell broke loose. We had cities going up in flames, the violence, the rioting, the arson, the total just disrespect as far as law enforcement is concerned. And it got me to thinking, and I always talk to people about being prepared. It doesn't hurt when you're out shopping to buy a few more things that you might need in the event something happens. And just taking a general look at the overall picture. Take the time, folks. Don't be led around by the nose by the media. And of course, here I am sitting in a studio in front of a camera saying that. But in all seriousness, folks, this is something that you definitely want to pay attention to. And I think, again, you have them coming out, they're reiterating this heightened threat environment. We always know that something like this exists. And here we are getting close to elections. You got the primary in August, the general election in November. And it makes me kind of wonder just exactly if it isn't somewhat of a reminder to certain groups that would typically be involved in some sort of civil disobedience, if you want to call it that. And it really makes me wonder, again, as we get closer to an election, what it is that is going on in Washington, D.C. Now, we talked about the January 6th committee, and they're going to go to great lengths to make sure people watch these hearings. They're putting them on primetime television, which, okay, fine. Where was everybody at when all of the violence was taking place in 2020? How about all these people that were essentially being given a pass, and now we have what we would consider to be political prisoners in this country that participated on January the 6th, 2021 at the U.S. Capitol building. To me, things are just completely and totally out of whack with the way we view things. Certain things, certain people, maybe that's not the right way to handle things. On the other hand, we have all these people destroying cities, and in most cases, a lot of those instances, including law enforcement being told to stand down, these people given a pass, peaceful protests that turn into a mob scene. And so I wonder why, yet again, this is being brought to the forefront. And I understand maybe Homeland Security will say, well, we just want to make people cognizant of what could possibly be going on around them. And that's true, but you can't predict. And unfortunately, I don't think it is the job of the United States government to try and save everybody. It just can't be done. So again, I emphasize in particular instances like this the need to be prepared and to make sure that you have what you need, what your family needs, and more importantly, folks, take an opportunity here to do your research. Don't believe what they're feeding you, spoon feeding you all the time, and the fact that they want to reach out and help everyone. And we're going to do good things for people, and we're going to make sure everybody's safe, because you're born, you die, and those are just the facts of life as far as things go, and the government's not always going to be able to step in and watch your behind for you.
We passed normal a long time ago. 2020, as you mentioned earlier, was abnormal. I mean, it was okay for some groups to riot and burn down cities, but it was not okay for another group on January 6th, apparently, to do that. So that seems to be politically motivated. What happened in the elections wasn't normal. So we've passed normal. Whatever happens this year, and I think it's going to be crazy leading up to the elections. Whatever happens this year is not going to be normal. I think it's some wise advice do some preparing. Make some preparations for anything.
Well, at this point, folks, keep an eye on what's going on, and don't let your government tell you that everything's okay, and we're here to help, because we know that's number one, not true, and number two, not their responsibility. Chris Schneider, great to see you again, my friend. Thank you very much, folks. Stick around. We've got a heck of a lot more coming up right here on Lake TV. And a big thanks to our good friends at Culligan Lake of the Ozarks. They are the official bottled water of What's Burning. Easy to find, 573-346-5221. And don't forget, they will come out and do it absolutely free, a water analysis, show you what's in the water and how they can help you have that high-quality H2O. Coming back with more here on Lake TV.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
A move to your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
You are watching What's Burning right here on Lake TV, KB in the house, along with the brand spanking new Chamber Director of the Lake West Chamber, Mr. Mike Koenigsman. How you doing, brother?
Hey,
good to see
I'm
you
doing
again.
Great. Good to see you too, KB.
I think we've had you here in a couple of different capacities,
Yes.
but now you are the official man in charge with the Lake West Chamber. How long have you held this particular position, and how's it going?
Exactly 4.5 weeks.
4.5
So
weeks.
I'm real new there,
Right.
but I can't tell you how excited I am to be there. It's been going great. You know, I love working with our local businesses. I love working with our membership and just getting out and visiting with everybody and having fun. A lot of work, but you know, it's just a learning process to get into that realm of what the Chamber of Commerce does and stuff. But my true objective, my true goal is to make sure that businesses that are members of our Lake West Chamber are successful, and that's what that's all I want to do is make them successful.
Now, you've had some opportunities here at the lake being involved with SCORE,
Yes.
so you know what it takes to help a small business really get off its feet and make something of itself, so that 6 months, a year down the road, they're still chugging along like we want them to.
Yes, I have. I did some small business consulting, and also with my previous position at the Council of Governments, I did small business loans. So I worked with a lot of small business owners, helping them get set up and get started. So yes, I do have that background experience, and that's part of why I feel like I've got a good opportunity here to really help our businesses be successful. I love this west side of the lake.
So I would imagine, like anything else, especially when it comes to things going on at the Lake of the Ozarks, you kind of had to hit the ground running. You had to be ready to jump into it right away and go, go, go.
That's an understatement. Hit the ground.
Gone.
Yeah, exactly. There's like this bullet train right behind me, pushing me along, from day one. But that's okay, just one day at a time. I look at the priorities and get going. I think once I get past, we've got a big event coming up here this current Sunday, the 12th. We've got a golf tournament, one of our big fundraisers and one of our big events for our members. And that's taken a lot of time, as well as trying to learn the ins and outs of what the chamber does and that sort of thing. So once we get past that, we'll have a little bit of time there where I can really delve into the business side of the chamber process. And hopefully I can not put the brakes on, but hopefully I can catch up and get going at the same speed as everybody wants me to.
Smooth transition. That's what the hope is, right?
Exactly. Well, smooth transition, or however that works.
I gotcha. I understand completely. You've got this golf tournament coming up, you said, on the 12th. That's this Sunday. So I guess we can briefly touch on it and just kind of let folks know what's going on there.
Yeah, so Sunday, June 12th, we have a golf tournament out at Indian Rock Golf Course. So registration starts at 11:30ish, and we've got lots of prizes. We do have about 4 open spots yet, so about 4 teams we can still add on. You're welcome to come out or give us a call at Lake West Chamber, or check out our website. We've got the flyers there as well. We've got some great prizes. We've had tremendous support from our local businesses. We just asked them to help us out with some prizes. Right now, I've got door prizes for every single golfer that shows up.
Outstanding.
You will get a prize, even if you are the absolute worst golfer in the world. You will get something for your time and effort coming out there. You'll also get some dinner that after the event. So you will get something there. So yes, Katie, you could even win something.
Normally it's drive the cart and drink the beer, but this case I'd be able to walk away with the prize. That's kind of an added extra bonus.
It is. And like I said, I couldn't be more happy with our membership stepping up and donating these prizes. And we've got prizes really from all over the lake. So one thing about the lake area, you don't have just one side. I mean, I will definitely promote the west side of the lake because that's where we're at and that's really our focus. But we have members that are all around the lake, and I do work in concert with the other chambers around the lake, so that we're all in this together to be successful out here at the lake area.
We talk a lot about the events, and of course our lake area chambers all over surrounding Lake West, Lake Ozark, or the good folks there, the Lake Area Chamber, I should say, Eldon, Versailles. Everybody likes to help everybody out and work together. And if there's a need that somebody else can help out with, they drop what they're doing to make sure that everybody has the means to put on a successful event or help out. We talk quite a bit, as I said, about the events. But then when the chamber isn't hosting various events, golf tournaments and get-togethers and socials, what is kind of the main focus as far as what you are doing there, working with the businesses, obviously, and giving them assistance necessary? Yeah,
what we really want to do is make sure that the businesses have those interactions with each other, so that, they may find a new resource that they weren't aware of. Getting that networking in. It may be getting a new business owner to come in and understand, what we can do as a chamber and what our membership can do to help them as a business.
Right.
Because no business is an island. You cannot be successful without the other businesses around you and without, our wonderful, residents here at the lake as well. And so we want to make sure that everybody has those resources available to them, whether it's to help them with a little bit of marketing, whether it's to help them make a contact with the, right vendor or whatever it might be. So that's really one of our biggest focuses is getting those connections with each other.
Yeah, and being at this for 4.5 weeks, you kind of came in out of the frying pan into the fire as far as having to be able to get on your feet and adapt quickly. But as you said, with the experience and background that you have, it will help make that transition go a lot smoother. And certainly, again, with the things that the chambers do to assist businesses, that's really what it's all about, making it a good experience for the businesses, for the folks that live here, and certainly all of the visitors that we have coming down, and being that that base of information where I'm sure when somebody calls the Lake West Chamber, 573-374-5500.
Absolutely. Man, you're better than I am.
No,
I always
man,
have to look it up.
That's why they made the number easy. I can remember that. But I'm sure you get asked all kinds of questions about what's going on at the lake, the Ozarks. Certainly the weather. Gas prices, where's a good place to stay, where's a good place to eat. Do you ever get any, or since you've been doing this, have you had any questions that left you kind of scratching your head or a little perplexed, or I'm going to have to follow up on that, I'll get back to you?
Actually, just this week we had one that was, a wonderful gentleman came by and he said, well, my cousin gave me this address at a resort he stayed at back in 1953. Do you know where this place is?
Whoops.
I'm like, yeah, well, what's the address? Well, he just said it was off 553. Okay, well, I can show where 553 is, but that's about all I can tell you.
Right.
And he stopped back by, and actually, it's all houses now. The resort's gone. But we do get people that come in that have been here in the past, and they're going back through. We do get people that want to know, what's a good resort, what's a good place to eat, hotels, that sort of thing. Because I don't know if everybody knows, but the chambers are also local visitor centers. So we have, outside our offices, we actually have a place where we have brochures, maps, etc., directories that people can pick up as they're visiting our area. And the other local chambers also have visitor information centers as well. So, we are not just for the local area. As you mentioned, our visitors are very important to us, and we'll do whatever we can to help them out. And if it means I have to get on Google Maps and try and find someplace, I'll get on Google Maps and try and find someplace.
Good for you.
And also, at the same point, I'm going to give a shout out to Jessie, my membership director. She'll do the same thing. If whatever it takes, we will help out and see what we can do to help our visitors as well as our businesses.
Which leads me to another question that just popped in my mind when you said that. Do you need volunteers to help staff the chamber office, or do some of the running around? What can volunteers do for you? So
actually, we have all kinds of stuff that we have coming up over the next several months with events where we actually do need some volunteer help. So we've got a kids fishing tournament coming up in September. We're going to need some volunteers to help out with that. We are a big supporter of the shootout coming out, and volunteer organizations. We actually help coordinate the volunteer program for that event.
Sure.
So we definitely need volunteers for that. When we have our social events, really we have our sponsors that actually they're in charge of getting the volunteers to help with getting those socials going and running that sort of thing. Sometimes it's like this afternoon, I think I've got 10 people coming in to help us stuff the swag bags for the golf tournament.
There you go.
But a lot of it is through our members. We want our members to be a part of our organization and help us out, just like we want to help them. So we really strive to get those membership participants in those volunteer positions.
So if you're retired, you've got a little free time, you'd like to help out, the folks over at the Lake West Chamber would love to have you jump on board. And you'll probably meet some interesting people along the way, this guy being one of those interesting people. But all in all, it takes, they say it takes a village, and that's very, very true. And a village of volunteers makes life a little bit easier.
Yeah. And actually, you mentioned, other volunteers. We have an ambassadors program. In that ambassadors program, it is several people that are retired. And they come to our socials, they come to our events, and they're somebody that wants to help promote the area as well. And they're a great person to get a hold of to find out more about the chamber, find out more about the area here at the lake, because they are, as their name says, they're ambassadors for the lake and for the area. And we absolutely would love to have more ambassadors with our program.
Do some ribbon cutting, some fun stuff like that, get out and enjoy some hors d'oeuvres here and there. Who knows what else? Mike Koenigsman is our guest, and he is the Lake West Chamber Director. And I know you've got some more events we want to talk about before we get up against the clock here.
Absolutely. So, like I said, we've got the golf tournament this Sunday, the 12th, out at Indian Rock. We have next Tuesday, June 14th, at Paradise Restaurant. We have our networking social event, and that's also co-sponsored by Wet Steps. And they actually are bringing in Nathan Vegas for some live entertainment during that event.
He's great, by the way, and I know he's friends of Kelly and Sammy.
Yep.
I've got one of his CDs, and
I do too.
Yeah, he's a very amazing performer. Don't miss the opportunity.
And you know where he's from?
Yes.
He's from Nebraska.
Oh, well. Can't have everything.
Hey, now. I did come here from Nebraska. So we've got that. Then the next month, we're going to be out at Naughty Fish. We've got a couple of those events. We do have events scheduled all throughout the year. We've got August 9th, Sunrise Cantina, co-sponsored by Capricorn Insurance.
Mm-hmm.
September, we've got Premier Advantage and Budget Blinds is helping sponsor that. October 11th, the American Legion is actually going to host the social event. That's their first time they've hosted that. They're going to be co-sponsored by Sullivan Bank. Chances are on November 8th. And then we've got the Branding Iron on December 13th, and Remax at the Lake is co-sponsoring that. So these are these networking social events where we get people out there, we introduce our new members, we introduce people that might want to be members, and you start networking. Get those contacts that will help you be successful as a business owner.
Everybody is welcome to attend.
Yes.
Mike Koenig's been always a pleasure, sir. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Anytime at all. We've got plenty more coming up right here on What's Burning. Stick around. You're watching Lake TV.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Hey Jess. Yeah, Nicole, what do you need? Did you see that new listing in Sunrise Beach?
Yeah, it was just listed 2 minutes ago.
It has 150 feet of lakefront. And a brand new kitchen. I'm headed out there after I type this email. I'm on the phone with my clients. Hey, where are you going?
I already put an offer in, cash above list, and it's looking good.
Are you kidding me?
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it. Want to get to know local leaders a lot better? Join Lake TV for a new community spotlight show weekdays at 9, 3, and 7. We talk with local leaders to get their story and learn more about their organizations. It's the Community Spotlight Show on Lake TV.
Hey, welcome into KB's Furry Friends, presented by our friends at our veterinary at the lake. We're here on Lake TV, and of course, What's Burning? Mary, Meow Me Tilly, and drum roll, please. This is number 50. This is the 50th episode of KB's Furry Friends. And wow, we found homes for a lot of animals.
We sure have.
Including, and this is big news, folks, we found a home, a suitable home for Nugget.
For Nugget, yes.
And
Nugget
that really
went home on Friday, I believe it was.
That is so cool. That is so great to know. And we found homes for other animals as well, but Nugget was kind of like, leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back.
She was a special case because she had to be the only cat in the household, and because she was an adult and she was very large for her age, a large female, so we were having trouble finding just the right home for her.
Well, they've got plenty more animals. Don't feel like, like they're running out of animals here at Ozarks Cat and Canine.
Not at
all. Because what you see, or shall I say, what you don't see is all the little kitties over here to the left of us. And maybe we'll do a feature where we just, feature like cats, little kittens.
And what you also don't see is all the kittens that are upstairs in quarantine.
How many are up there?
Cages and cages.
A lot?
Probably about 40 upstairs right now.
What?
With a waiting list and more due to come in.
40?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're kind of ignoring our star today. This is the star of the production right here. And this is Allie. Mary, what can you tell us about Allie?
So Allie is about 7 months old now.
She's so pretty.
She is a little cross-eyed, which just makes her that much cuter. She came into us. We have a lady that we work with who lives in Eldon, and she does TNR, the trap neuter release, and she rescues cats, and we work with her a lot. So when she traps kitties or gets one brought to her that is tame, she will get it fixed for us, get all the vetting done and everything, and then bring them in to us to find a home. So that was Allie's story. She came from our rescue friend in Eldon.
Right. So maybe Allie was maybe living under a trailer, or who knows the situation. But
yeah, I don't know.
She got caught, and of course, then you take it to the shelter and try and find a home for her. So she is what kind of a cat?
She's just a domestic, probably medium hair, a little longer than a short. So
it's a little. It doesn't feel extremely coarse, but it feels a little different than some of the other breeds that we featured on here today.
Yeah, a little bit of different texture.
She's a cutie, she sure is, and she's starting to kind of warm up to us a little bit. You said she could be somewhat skittish to begin with.
Yeah. But the longer that we've worked with her, she's starting to come around, not hiding in the back of her kennel as much as she used to.
That's probably a sign of the fact that she was maybe running wild for a while and was kind of a little skittish of people, as we said there.
Yeah, may have been born outdoors, and that's a nice view there, Allie. Probably,
she's healthy all the way around, folks.
Probably born to an outdoor mother would be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't have a lot of socialization when she was younger.
So she does have the cross-eyedness does not affect her as far as her mobility or anything.
Doesn't seem to.
She doesn't look like a drunken sailor or anything like that.
Not that we've noticed.
Well, she certainly is a beautiful cat, and we are happy to have the opportunity to feature Allie on KB's Furry Friends. As always, if you would like to take some time and come down and meet with Allie or any, I know it sounds a little loud over here, Mary. It sounds like we've got, you talk about a cage match. There's a cage match going on in 3 of the 4 cages. And the 4th one, there's only one cat, a little kitty in there, so that's, unless he's slamming himself up against the wall or something.
He can entertain himself.
Does he? Apparently,
he has fun. Yeah.
Well, and don't forget our good buddy Darth Vader, who's still here too, and we're working on trying to find him a home. But if you'd like to come down and take a look around, if you'd like to go on the website, if you'd like to give him a phone call, if you have another animal and you'd like to see if these animals will interact with one another, you can do all that good stuff. What's the phone number here?
573-374-2629.
Very good. I'm glad that you remembered it, because like everything else, it's all a blur sometimes. But we certainly want to thank our veterinarian at the lake again for presenting this particular feature. And we'll see you back here again. Ozarks Cat and Canine, just off of Highway 5. Don't forget that they've got the thrift store up at the top of the hill. So stop in the thrift store and then come down, or maybe come down and then go up to the thrift store. But don't make a visit to Ozarks Cat and Canine without a trip to the thrift store. We'll talk to you again here shortly. More coming up on What's Burning on Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Moving to the lake is a lot of work, but not with Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you. For packing up and delivering to your new home or simply loading and transferring your belongings, Sunrise Movers is the easy choice for your next move. Sunrise Movers packs your possessions extra carefully, shows up on time, and strives for 5-star customer service every time. Sunrise Movers, the official movers of Lake TV. Give us a call today to get a free estimate. Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
It's our most protective wash yet. Introducing the Quick Car Ceramic Wash. It's an industrial-grade polymer solution with ceramic nanotechnology, resulting in high-end, advanced scientific protection of your vehicle's finish. The Quick Car Ceramic Wash. Try it on its own or with the monthly Unlimited Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time. Now open in Camdenton with new locations in Jefferson City coming soon.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. We think it's hot stuff when things cool down. We spring into action when things start warming up. Of course, summer is one big, huge shootout on Lake TV. And we fall in love all over again when autumn rolls around. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all.
Hey, thanks for being a part of What's Burning here on Lake TV. I got to tell you, it's been a year, it's been fun, and we've got a lot more coming up. Thanks to all of our great sponsors, SRG Financial Advisors, Budget Blinds, Ozark Barge and Dock, our veterinary at the lake, and of course, the official bottled water of What's Burning. That's Culligan Lake of the Ozarks, 573-346-5221. Let them change your life with a better quality of water. Got a great show coming up next week. We'll touch on some of the things we're going to be doing. A visit out to the Camdenton Memorial Lake Regional Airport for young eagles, also our furry friends. And Bill Mulder and I will get together once again on the trail at the Swinging Bridge in Brumley. If you know anything about it, folks, we need to bring some publicity to the bridge so people can understand and realize we need to save that thing. It is such a part of the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Thanks so much for tuning in. God bless, and we'll see you right back here with a new show next Thursday on Lake TV.